200 people were seated. The flowers were perfect. The music was ready. And 10 minutes before walking down the aisle, the groom read a message on his phone, stood up, walked to the officiant, and said 3 words, "We need to stop." Marcus and Diane had been together for 4 years. They were the couple everyone pointed to, stable, affectionate, aligned on the important things. The wedding had been planned for 8 months. Both families were there. Friends had flown in from 3 different states. Nobody had any reason to expect anything other than a beautiful, ordinary wedding day. The message came from Diane's best friend from college, a woman named Priya, who had been noticeably absent from the wedding party despite being one of Diane's oldest friends. Priya had been removed from the wedding party 6 months earlier after a falling out. Marcus had been told it was a personality conflict. It wasn't. Priya's message was long. She'd been holding this for 6 months because she didn't want to be the person who destroyed the wedding. But she also couldn't watch it happen in silence. She sent Marcus screenshots, messages between Diane and someone Marcus recognized, a mutual friend named Cole. The messages were not ambiguous. The most recent one was from 3 days before the wedding, the night of the bachelorette party. Marcus sat in that side room alone for 6 minutes. His best man came in, saw his face, and immediately understood that something was catastrophically wrong without being told what. He asked if Marcus needed a minute. Marcus said he needed everyone to stay seated, and then he walked out to find the officiant. The officiant was blindsided. Marcus kept his voice completely level. People near the front heard him speak, but not what he said. The officiant nodded slowly and then walked to the microphone. He asked everyone to remain seated and said there would be a brief delay. Marcus then walked to Diane's dressing room. He opened the door. She was standing with her bridesmaids, flowers in hand, ready. She looked up at him, already smiling. He held up his phone with the screenshot visible. He watched her face change. She didn't ask what it was. She didn't ask where it came from. She just said, "I can explain." And that was the confirmation. Marcus walked out of the venue. His best man and his brother followed him. Someone told the guests the wedding was called off. There was no announcement, no speech. Just 200 people informal were slowly realizing they needed to go home. Diane's mother came out and tried to reach Marcus by phone 40 times. Both families were in the parking lot in clusters for over an hour. Catering was still set up inside. Nobody ate. Marcus has spoken publicly about this once, in a long Reddit post that spread everywhere. He said the hardest part wasn't the wedding day. It was looking back at the relationship and realizing the signs were there, and he'd explained them all away. He said he's not angry at Priya for sending the message. He's grateful. He said he'd rather find out at the altar than after the ceremony. Most people agree with him. Some don't. That comment section is still running. Did Priya do the right thing by sending that message? Or should she have stayed out of it? Tell me.